Hey there guys, welcome back to another exciting battle report brought to you by Gaming Grots. Today we're going to be battling out in the mission battle plan, Battle for the Pass. So in this mission there are the 4 objectives, the different sides of deployment for the start other than the usual straight across from each other, and then the unique scoring based on the objectives that you're controlling. So you can get 1 point for the objective in your terrain, 2 on the border, and 5 points for the one in the enemy territory, wholly within the enemy territory, but capped at 6 like all the missions in the new edition. And then the twist for this one is that the underdog can add 2 to the control score of their friendly non-hero units when they are the underdog of the battle round. So today we're battling out again in our Skaven kind of conquered lands here. We've got our Skaven Warpstone deposits to act as our forest, kind of block some cover, give up some cover from those shooting attacks. 2 objectives across from each other here, and by each of the ruins here, and then some other terrain here to kind of break it up. Nice big open area if people want to go through the center that we'll kind of have to fight through. But let's take a look at today's armies. Hey there guys, Patrick here today, bringing out the GLOOMSPITE GITS with our Troggoth list here. Heard lots of great things about these guys in this edition, that they're really tanky with a lot of the regeneration and can still hit pretty hard for their decent damage outputs. But for today, trying out the spell lore, the lore of the Calamity Dank, so trying out their unique spell lore, and then manifestation lore is going to be Morbid Conjuration, if we can get some of those going off. For my General's Regiment, we got for General today is Trug the Troggoth King, and then alongside him is my Dankold Trogboss, who's taking the Loom Touch to make him a Wizard 1, and the Calamity Cowl, which will make it so he's always -1 to hit. Alongside them is the Dankold Troggoth and the reinforced unit of Rotgut Troggoths. And then in my 2nd regiment, I have another Dankold Trogboss, a reinforced unit of Fellwaters, and then a regular unit of Rotgut Troggoths. And with these guys' unique kind of points changes, I'm going to have to either be adding something or just kind of switching around the list a bit, because I can only get to 1850 today to stick with my all Troggoth theme list here, so we're going to probably have to switch it around with these recent points changes for these guys as well. So we will get the extra CP, definitely for sure. Let's take a look at the other army. Hey there guys, Patrick here again, just doing the army breakdown here. My buddy Torin's going to be on the channel here today, and he's going to be taking my Sons of BEHEMAT for a spin to see if I can't take these guys down after using them against other people so much. We'll see how it goes for us today with the Troggoths, but for keeping it nice and simple, Torin's wanted to try this army out for a while, so we're just going to be doing the 4 Gatebreakers in 2 different formations there, so 2 Gatebreakers in each battle formation. The one with our knightly sword there, the big guy up front, is going to be the General today, taking the monstrously tough heroic trait to make him have the 40 wounds, and then to give him some even more defensiveness, he's going to try out the glowy shield of protectiveness today. So anytime he makes an unmodified save roll of 6 against combat attacks, he'll bounce back a mortal wound to the attacking unit. So just a chance just to keep him more alive and to make the enemy probably pay just for trying to take him down. But those guys are going to be altogether going to be 2,000 points right on the dot. So no extra CP for them, but we'll see how it goes in our destruction on destruction battle today. Let's get to the action. Alright guys, here we are after deployment. We got the GLOOMSPITE Troggoth army, we got Trug, and my guy with our heroic trait and relic boss here with our unit of 6. I got my Fellwaters on the far side with the regular Troggoth and the other Trogboss, and then the unit of 3 nice nearby, possibly ready to teleport them. And then looking down, we've got the Sons, the 2 on the far side here, and then the General and the other Gatebreaker on the far side ready to come forward. We were both a 2-drop today, but Torin won the roll-off and has decided to go first. So we're going to get started right away and get right into Sons of BEHEMAT, turn 1 hero phase. Alright, so turn 1 hero phase for Sons. What's your battle tactic going to be, Torin?
We're going to do seize the center.
Alright, so getting 2 of those units within 3 inches of the center and not in combat should be real easy for the Sons. And then I think that's it for Torin's hero phase. Doesn't have any casting or priest today, but we are going to magically intervene with our Trogboss and try and get off their smelly or sneaky distraction. So we're looking for an 8, which we get with an 11. So, sorry, we didn't note the arcane power is the ruins in the center here for Torin, and then the shrine here by the Troggoths. Didn't want to risk trying to get the boxcars?
Okay. On that, unfortunately.
So everyone wholly within 12 of the Troggoths here beside Trug is going to have -1 to hit. And then that's going to be it for the hero phase. We'll get into Sun's turn 1 movement phase. Alright, so end of the movement phase. Sun's moving up, taking the center there with the 2 right near the center, just towing in and taking both of the objectives on the side. Torin leaving his general in the back, kind of right near the objective in case I decide to teleport a unit and deal with those guys. But time for some shooting and throwing some rocks. Torin doesn't like the sound of the river trolls, so he's going to be throwing the 3 rocks at the river trolls to start, and then the general's going to be throwing 1 at the rock guts. But into the river trolls, even with Ren 3, I could get a 6 up. Yeah, I will, so they at least have a save. So we will all-out defense with them, but let's see it. So we got 3 rocks coming in on 3s, so 2 hits, and then 2s to wound for 2 wounds. So we are with the light of the bad moon, because sorry, I forgot to mention the moon is in this corner here, and then with the shrine giving out the effects of the moon, the whole army is under the light of the bad moon currently. So we will have a 6-up save. Can we get 1? We do not. It adds up to 6. But so that's going to be 8 damage and just clonk one of these guys nice and easy, and then 3 extra damage on the unit. Alright, and then the 1 going into the rock guts with -1 to hit, so look for a 4.
Yep.
Good. And then a 2. It's good. And then so these guys again will have a 6-up. Ooh, they're going to lose that too. Alright, so that's just 4 damage onto them. Alright, and then that's going to be it for shooting, and then no charges, because I think he was just staying back, making sure we got to come forward because of their awesome objective score. So that's going to be it for Sun's turn 1, and then that's going to be 1 point for the home objective, and 2 points for each of the border objectives for 5 points, plus the battle tactic for 4, giving Sun's 9 points after turn 1 as we get into Gloomspite, turn 1 hero phase. Alright, so turn 1 for Gloomspite. Already did the regen on the trolls here. Got 2 wounds back on the rock guts and 1 back on the Felwater. Our battle tactic this turn is going to be take their lands. We're going to try and take that forest away because the 1 mega is contesting it, but if we can do enough damage to them or keep enough of the trolls alive, we can take control of the terrain there. So for casting, we're going to try the Hand of Gork and try and teleport a unit. So we're looking for a 7. We do get it with just a 7. Did you want to try and activate?
Yeah, might as well.
2+, it's general. Alright, okay. So then he rolled 2d6 and he's looking for an 8. Boom, so that is stopped. So no teleporting Troggoths today. I think that's going to be it for our hero phase. So I guess we'll get into Gloomspite, turn 1 movement phase. Alright, so end of the movement phase, all of our Trogs just moving up, getting closer to some objectives. Unfortunately, it's not the best to get near multiple suns here, but we've got to get near these objectives and try and get some objective score. Everybody moving up here as close as we can and hoping we can close the distance with some charges and get on the terrain there and deal with the Behemoth hopefully and dish out enough damage. But for some shooting, we're not close enough for some vomit, but with our big unit of rock guts, we're going to throw some rocks at the sun in front of them. So looking for 5s for these guys. Oh, that's not too bad. And I think it was 2. And 2, so it is Ren 2, so it'll be a 6-up save.
All out defense for him?
Yep, so he has the 2.
And how many ones does it say?
Just the 2. Or 3, sorry.
3?
So on a 5-up, so we will stop 1. So 2 going through, and these are D3 damage. So that'll be 5 damage into him. It's not too bad for the rocks. But that's going to be it for shooting attacks. So quickly go into the charge phase. So starting with the unit that just threw some rocks, they're looking to close the distance. That will be enough for them to get in there. So they're going to come smashing into the front sun. Then we're looking for Trug here. He needs an 8, which is going to be a 6. He's not going to make it. We're going to use our reroll and hope he can get there. Oh, with a 7, he's going to be just short. And then I think we might as well try with the river trolls, but we're not going to be going into the front, hopefully. We're going to try and make the long bomb distance, because if they just go charging into the other, Torn will get the free smack on them there. So see if they can make a long bomb. Absolutely not. They couldn't even go forward if they wanted. All right, so we're just going to move the 1 unit of rock guts and then see where they end up. All right, so after charging all the rock guts, getting into the sun here and being on the objective and in the terrain feature, it's a pretty hard task for them. Even if we gotta all survive and do enough damage to degrade him to secure the objective and the battle tactic here. But Torin, so used to having Jesse here, has a chance to countercharge. Would you like to countercharge with one of the suns?
I think I'll be okay.
Okay, he's gonna just keep it to the 1. So we will pile in then and get started with the rock guts. All right, so we piled in there. Sorry guys, I forgot to mention when I did the lodestone with the regen for Trug. So he had didn't get his ward, but he got the 3 effect, so he is giving off the extra rend. But Torin gets to do his rampage here, and he's going to go for an earth-shaking roar to see if we can't use our command abilities. So on a 3+.
Not today.
Okay, so we will be able to use all-out attack, and then I'm going to swing into these guys with the extra rend. So hitting on 3s. Did you want all-out defense?
Yeah,
or
I was
save?
about to say.
Yep. And then wounding on 2s. So that is going to be 7 saves at Ren 3. So you do have a 6-up save. He's going to stop the 1, so he will be taking 18 damage there. But he is within 3 inches of another for Breaker Tribe, so he does have 18 ward saves here.
6, 12. We'll do 12 for now.
Yep. Stopping 1 so far, and then 6 more wards.
Just the 1.
So going to take 17 with the 5 he already has, so that's 22 damage onto him. So he is going to bracket here. So now we got the first part. We will also get to heal D3 because of our regular. So we will get the 1 back. So now we need none of those pulverizing strikes to hit us, or from the flail here, but time for him to swing back. So he is down to 4 flail attacks, and he's hitting on 4s. So he's gonna get 2 hits, wounding on 2s for 2, and the rend
is Ren 2.
2. So they're going to 6s, and they are gonna fail both of those. So that is 8 damage. That's gonna make us lose 1. And 4 extra damage still there. Alright. Oh, sorry, I forgot their ward here. So on 5 up. Okay, so we will actually take only 3 damage from that, so he is alive. And there's the 4 damage on them. So 1 wound to kill 1, and we will give up the objective.
Stomps.
No stomps.
And grip.
Grip.
No grip.
All
not
right,
today.
so they will just hold on. Since they're worth 2 apiece, they're 12 to his 10 from being degraded, so we will take the objective and get our battle tactic for take their lands. Definitely needed those, because otherwise we were just going to be having the 1-point turn. So that's going to be it for Gloomspite, turn 1, but we are going to have 1 point for our home objective, 2 points for the side objective, and then 4 points for our battle tactic. So that will be 7 points. So it is 9-7 in favor of Suns. So we go to that priority roll. 4 for 3. I don't know if a double turn is a good, because we won't get a tactic, and there's no way we're gonna probably get this for 6 points. So looking at max 5 points, which would only put us up by 3. But otherwise you're gonna probably smash into these with general. I think we're gonna have to risk it just to cover the ground and get up the board and get everyone stuck in as best we can. We will take the double turn, so we will get into Gloomspite, turn 2 hero phase. Alright, so turn 2 hero phase for Gloomspite. We already did the regen, got the river trolls back, and got 3 back on the rock guts. But quickly going to do the lodestone effect for Trug. So definitely has to go with the 5 because he doesn't want to hurt himself. So that is going to subtract 1 from hit rolls for shooting attacks. So will help potentially if rocks are going to get thrown at them for Trogs wholly within 12 of him. So not the best, but better than hurting himself. So make sure to leave that C. And then for casting, we're going to again try the Hand of Gork here. So we get it with an 11. Did you want to try?
No, I'm okay.
Okay, so we will pick up these 3 guys, and they're going to be warping as close to the objective as we can get. Yeah, so they're going to just end up back near the objective here to make sure they're 9 away from Torn's general here. But that is going to be it for the hero phase. I guess, yeah, nothing for no reactions from Torn. So we'll get into Gloomspite, turn 2, movement phase. Alright, so end of the movement phase, Trug and the Trog boss moving up to support the Rock Guts. Everybody else running up to try and put pressure on the far objective and another Mega. And then the unit of 3 that got teleported back on the far objective. Going to try and possibly charge in. I don't think so. Probably just going to throw some rocks, hopefully do some damage. But for shooting, we are going to start with some vomiting. We have 3 river trolls in range of the far Mega. So D3 shots each. So that's going to be 6 shots. And hitting on 2s. And then wounding on 3s. So that is 4 saves at Ren 2. So he's looking for 6s. So that is going to just be 4 damage, but then he's got the nasty noxious breath ability on him there. So his save is reduced by 1, and he can't have any positive modifiers to his save. Then the unit, these guys can't fire in close combat, so just the back 3 going into the general, hitting on 5s, and they all miss 1, 2, 3. Perfect, so that's going to be it for shooting.
I'll throw a rock back from my general at them.
Yeah, he wants to do covering fire.
Subtract 1, so 4s?
Yeah, on a 4 up.
Nope.
Not going to get there. All right, so going into then the charge phase, we are going to go with the Trog boss here first. He's going to go 8, so he is going to make it around here. Just enough to leave room for Trug. And then we'll go with Trug. 4 is not going to be enough. Don't think we want to use the reroll because it's more important we get everybody else into combat over here, so we'll save it. And then go on to the River Trolls. Ooh, I think they got to use it. 4 is going to be just out. Torna's going to check for us real quick.
Oh, I pushed that back. So you're about 4.5.
Okay, so then just because we already looked for half, so we'll just total them in. And then just the 1, so we know there is room. Got to make a decent roll for one of the other bigger Trogs to make it. So on an 8, that is going to be the Trog boss, and he'll be able to fit in alongside. But I think with their small charge, there's definitely now not enough room for the Dankhold to get around on the left side. So we'll just finish making those charge moves there, and then we'll see if Torn is going to countercharge. Alright, so as we finish those charges, Torn's opting not to countercharge because he's only got the 2 CP left there. Yeah, because he's done a redeploy and covering fire. But we're going to start with our rampage from the Trog boss over here. Does he want to get it? I think we want to actually go over here because we need the more damage to go into the full health one here. So on a 3+, he will give out an extra attack to himself and the Fellwaters that are within combat range. And then your rampages, Colossal Slam on him. Onto this one here. He does not go off. And then the far one, he can either do the roar or jump up and down.
Might as well just jump up and down.
Okay, so it's on a 3+.
They do not want to go off today, apparently.
Too many stinky trolls around. Alright, so with that, we are going to pile in first. I think then he is already bracketed, so I think we're going to go on the far side over here first. Alright, so piling in, we're going to go with the Fellwaters there. They're going to each get 5 attacks each, so we got 25 attacks, and we are going to give them the all-out, to hit, so they're going to be hitting on 3s here. 2
They
all of our misses. Actually,
It's pretty good.
okay, yep, 20 hits. Do most of them. And then there are wounding on 3s. Oh, they lost it. But it is Ren 1, but the extra Ren from the vomit, so that is going to be 4, 8, 12 at Ren 2, so 6 up save. So he's going to stop 3, so 9 getting through for 18 damage. So he will be bracketed. And then it is going to be your choice to respond. So we still have the Dankle could go at him to finish him off here, but I'm guessing probably the best to swing into these guys here, or did you want to go into the boss?
You know, we'll go into...
He is -1 to hit always.
Yeah, so then we'll just go into them. Yeah.
Okay.
Down to 4 still for his...
Yeah, for his foil.
Okay.
Did you want to all-out attack?
Yeah, yeah, all-out attack on him.
Okay, there we go. So hitting on 3s.
Doesn't matter, apparently.
So 1, and then on 2s. So that is the 1 at Ren 3, right? Or 2?
2.
Yeah. So not under the light currently, so going to a 6. Gets through. 4 damage. See if their ward stops 1. So that'll be 3 damage onto them so far. And then this is the stomp. So this one has the extra rend against these guys.
Okay.
Just
coming up the ice.
And then the death grip.
Yup.
So you want to squeeze him. He hits. And wounds. It's Ren 2.
Yep.
So 6 up. Oh,
He
and
makes
they
it.
stop it. Alright. So unfortunately he was staggered there. Then since he still has a chance to swing, we'll try and pile in with the boss and see if we can finish him. Alright, so the boss getting the extra attack from his rampage, going to 6 attacks, but hitting on 4s. Ooh, just 1 hit. There's the 4s. And 2s, wounds at Ren 2, so it will go straight through, and it is D6 damage for 3 more damage.
Sweet.
And those guys are full health, so they don't have any regen. And then it's his choice. I guess he doesn't really need to pile in. It's his choice of targets here. So does he want to
smack into the group? Yeah.
Yep, into the river trolls. Absolutely.
So
or Fellwater, sorry.
4 fails still.
Yep, 4 flails. And on 4s, so 3 hits. Nice.
That's better.
2s.
Still always gonna throw
2
1.
at Ren 2.
Yes.
So those are straight through. So that's 8 damage for that into them so far. So that's 1 troll and a half.
2 grips.
1 hit. And this will get the extra Ren, so it is Ren 3, but still more than enough, so it's straight through for D3, I believe.
Yeah, D3.
1, almost another 1, and then the grip.
Yep. Oh, I think it's just the 1, yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
This is too slimy for me.
Too slimy.
Alright, but then he is close enough now to, he can do the, is it the smash the terrain here to try and hurt these guys?
Yes. Smash down?
Yep.
Yep. So roll a D3.
Yeah, does it roll on a...
Train 3 inches, the target faction, inflict D3 mortal wounds. D3 plus 3 mortal wounds on it. Roll a D3 for each non-monster unit within 3 of it. On a 2+, inflict that amount of mortal damage equal to the roll.
Sorry, we're still checking our guys. Yeah, so it's just going to be D3 damage can go into the Fellwaters because it's for non-monsters, so it won't affect the boss. So they will take 2 mortals there, so just smashing into the terrain, and it's going to finish off another Fellwater there. Yeah, I just got caught up here. You always forget the first instance of the rule is dealing with just faction terrain, which this is not.
Right,
Just
yeah.
smashing into the forest piece here, but it's just his gatebreaker ways. So with that, both these guys have piled in here. They didn't finish off the first one, but hopefully between the boss and the rock guts, we can finish off that first sun there. Alright, so we're going to pile in and see if the boss can finish him off first. So 5 attacks for him, hitting on 4s. Oh my. 1 hit. And 1 wound at Ren 2.
So 6. No.
Roll through for D6. 3 damage again. So we got another 10. So then it's going to be up to the rock guts here.
3 damage? Yeah,
yeah,
first.
Also the ward. Sorry, yeah, he is close enough. So we'll stop 1. So we'll take 2 more damage. So 11 damage to go. And we'll see if the rock guts can get it done. Alright, then these guys, so hitting on 4s here. Just below. And then 2s, so that is going to be 5 at Ren 2.
6s.
They're all going to go through, so it's 15 on the ward.
5, 10.
So stop 2 so far, taking 8, and then another 5. And that'll just finish him off. So we'll see possibly where his timber could go. He could get some damage into everybody here. For roll off. Oh, we got the 6, so yeah, we'll just make him fall back here. He can't hurt the general. That is our first mega fallen. Took quite a few whacks from those trolls. But then those guys, sorry for fighting, they'll get the 2 wounds back. Alright, so that's going to be it for combat for Gloomspite. Even since he is bracketed here, we are just going to take the objective over here because we have 5 from the boss and 2 for each troll, bringing us to 11 versus Torrens 10. So we are going to get 5 points this turn, and we could not get a battle tactic because we have 2 for each border objective and then 1 for our home objective. So it is now 12 to 9 as we go into Sun's turn 2 hero phase. Alright, so turn 2 hero phase for Sons of Behemoth. What's your battle tactic going to be, Torrin?
We'll do the cunning approach.
Alright, so he's opting to finish off the Fellwaters over here. So with the 1 locked in combat, he's going to nominate his other mega not in combat. So as long as those guys are finished off, he will get that battle tactic. And I think that's it for Torrin. We're not... do we want to try a cast? I think we're okay. So that's going to be it for the hero phase. We took the 1 wound back, the heals from each of the units. So the Fellwaters are back up, and so are the Rock Guts. So with that, we'll get into Sun's turn 2 movement phase. Alright, so end of the movement phase. Torrens General pulling back, making sure not to give up his home objective and try and go deal with the 3 Rock Guts that teleported. Other Mega just kind of tiptoeing over, ready to charge in and help his buddy out. So with that, going right into the shooting. They don't have shooting combat, so just the 2 not locked in combat.
We'll throw
so going point blank into them. Hitting on a 3, hits. Wounds on a 2, wounds. So it will go straight through.
4 damage.
Because yeah, our moon did not move in turn 2, and it was still in the corner. So just, yeah, 4 damage. So see, ward roll. They'll stop 2, so they take 2 damage so far.
And another rock.
Yeah, going into the
No,
Fellwaters.
we'll actually throw them right back into the...
You can throw it right into
Oh, can you?
into the
Okay.
combat.
Yeah, you know what? Then we'll throw it into there. Okay.
Yep, just make sure. Hits, moves on a 2. And definitely does 4 damage right to a Fellwater there. No problem. Alright, so that's going to be it for shooting. So time for charges. Who's going to start?
We'll
Mr.
do General. Yeah.
You got it. So he's looking for anything but snake eyes. And there he goes. Always doing that moonwalk back so his sword doesn't poke everybody.
And then the other bad boy.
Absolutely going to
good.
make it there. So Tarn will finish him in there. And then we'll see where those guys end up and get to some rampages. Alright, so Torrens General is going to do the Gargant Charge, so trying to inflict D3 mortal wounds, so anything but a 1. So they're going to take 1 mortal wound potentially, and they're going to stop it. And then the other one is going to roar into the Fellwaters there.
And a 3+, yes.
So they are roared, so they can't all-out defense or all-out attack. And then the one locked in combat, I guess he can just jump up and down on
Yeah,
them.
might as
So
well.
on a 3+ to start.
Yep.
3+.
Goes off, and then 3 dice looking for 5s.
Nothing.
All right, so that's gonna be. Oh, and then just our Danko boss over there has his rampage. So just see if he can give out the extra attack on a 3+, which he does. But then it's gonna be Torin's choice to pile in and see where we're gonna start the smash.
Please.
All right, so Torin's opting to make sure he gets his battle tactic here and getting on the objective with his fresh mega. So we're gonna try and finish off the Fell Waters here. So let's see it from the flail with all-out attack on 3s. 5 hits, very good. And 2s, so that'll be 4 straight through for 16 damage. Those trolls are gone bye-bye. And Torin was going to dedicate the stomps into them to make sure, but then he's going to do left the death grip to try and squeeze out the other monster here to get that extra rend on him. So 1 attack on a 2.
No.
Oh, unfortunately, he's just out of reach.
I can't be too upset with them.
No. All right, because ooh, general maybe. That guy has a good chance to kill my Dankhold over there, so I think we'll go with the Dankhold over there and make sure we finish off the weaker mega over there. All right, so with the boss, see if we can finish him off here. We will give the all-out attack to the boss here to see if he can get it done. So he'll be hitting on 3s with that extra attack. So he's got 5 hits and 2s to wound. So it'll be 5 wounds at Ren 2. So it still has the vomit effect, so it will go straight through. Right. So these are D6 damage each. Just double check because it is... Yeah, until the start of my next turn. So that is 11, 15, 21 damage. That will finish off that mega. We'll see if he has the chance to revenge and fall on the boss. We got a 6. No, he will fall away.
We've been rolling those 6s on those
Yeah.
falls. Huh?
You don't want them falling on us. So that's going to be... Mega won't have a chance to swing, but now the general to finish off the Rock Guts trying to backdoor the far objective.
So we got 6 flails.
Yep. So hitting on 4s. He gets 2 hits. Yep. Wounded on 2s. So 2 wounds. So 6 up save. Nope. So it's going to be possibly 8 damage.
Okay.
2 of those quick. On 5 up. That is 8 damage. So didn't stop any of it there. So they already had 2. So that is 2 of them gone.
Okay, we'll do a stomp.
That's 1 hit.
Yep.
Wounds on a 2.
Through, there it is.
And then the grip.
The grip doesn't want it.
Alright, so that's going to be it for him. So then both the megas have gone, so we'll just quickly go with our last Rock Gut over here. His 2 attacks, both hit. Vengeance for his friends. 1 wound at Ren 2. So it will be a 6 up.
Hey.
And it is a 6, and he bounces the mortal wound back that we take. So we hurt ourselves there. Alright, and then the Dankhold piling in here towards the objective at least, but he definitely is out objective scored. He has to kill this mega to take the objective. He's only worth 5 to your at worst 10 here. But then the Dankhold, he has, double check, he has 1 less attack than the boss. So 4 attacks. He's not in combat range to get the rampage benefit right now. So hitting on 4s and wounding on 2s. Oh, don't want to see that. So no damage for him, unfortunately, but he's at least tying up the mega so far. So that is going to be it for Sun's turn 2. But Torin is able to secure the back objective, so for 1, and take back this objective here for 2, for 3 objective score, but also got his battle tactic for 7, so bringing him up to 16, to 12 in his favor, so still staying on top at the end of turn 2 as we go to that important priority roll. Well, we got the 4. 3, so
Decisions.
we will take it because we don't. Even if we force you the double, right, you can still get a battle tactic. So we will definitely take it and see if we can catch up to the general here. It's definitely gonna be a charge for a couple of them. But with that, we'll get into Gloomspite turn 3 hero phase. Alright, so turn 3 hero phase for Gloomspite. Sorry guys, I forgot to note, we always had the extra CP, so obviously brought back our 3 Fellwaters that died at the end of the turn there, wholly within 12 of the Moon Shrine there. So this turn, this time, didn't make it on turn 2. See if the moon can move for us this time. It does, so it is in the center, so everybody's under the light of the bad moon finally. And then see for the lodestone on Trug, see what he can get. So he does get the 6, so he will have the 5-up ward. I don't even think it's going to be necessary because it's probably not getting targeted. So I think I'm going to go with the 2, which gives out the extra attack to all Troggoths wholly within 12. See if he can't utilize that. And then for casting, we're going to try to give out our Disgusting Distraction, which goes off with an 8. You can try the power to block. So on 2+. Oh. No, so he will take the damage there. So it does go off, so he has the 12-inch -1 to hit bubble around the Danko boss over there. And then, sorry, I guess I forgot to mention at the start of the turn, my battle tactic, we were going for just seize the center this turn, because we can now easily get it. Since the megas are locked up, we're not going to be afraid of them countercharging and denying us that battle tactic. So with that, we'll get into Gloomspite turn 3 movement phase. Alright, so in the movement phase, Danko moving over, ready to charge in and help out his other Trog buddy. The Fellwaters auto-advancing 6 to make sure they can tow and just get inside within 3 of the center there alongside Trug to get our battle tactic. And then the other Trog boss and the unit of 6 eyeing up Torin's general, trying to make the long bomb charge. But for shooting, since these guys advanced, they're not going to be able to shoot. He can't throw the rock in close combat, and we just have 3 rocks in the front there that can hit. So hitting on 5s. It's going to be 2 hits, and wounds on 2s for 2 at round 2.
6s.
Taking 2 for D3, so it's going to be 4 damage into the general there. Alright, so with that, we'll start with some charges. So we'll go with the rock that's over here first. 5 is absolutely not going to do it. We will use a reroll here, grab 2 different dice, see if they're lucky. 9, I think, is going to be just enough for them to get in there.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Then we'll pile in over there. And just move our center one here.
Pretty much same charge for both of them.
Yeah. Make sure we leave room for the boss. Let's see if he can make it. He definitely makes it. So he'll come slip under the sword just slightly. And then boss over here, he's looking for a 3. He does make it as well. So come in and the 2 of them. 2v1 here, and then we got a few extras here. So with that, we'll go to rampages. So we'll start with our Trog boss here, see if he can't give out the extra attack to himself and the Trogs, which he does. And then time for some mega.
You know what we'll do? Just jump up and down with the general.
Okay, so into the unit of 6.
Yeah.
It's one at 3+ to start. Oh, reroll that. Goes off, so 6 dice. For 5+. Oh, nice.
Yeah,
for
that was
5
huge.
mortals.
That's big.
This could, we get a ward. Okay, we stopped 3, but still 2 damage going in. And then for him, I'm guessing the roar.
Actually.
Or he could try a slam.
I was gonna say, might as well try to slam.
Because it'll do D3 damage to one of them.
Yeah.
Either one. They're both monsters, so.
Does
goes
go
off. So, do you want the boss or?
Yeah, we'll go boss.
Okay. And then for D3.
3.
2.
So
So
2.
2 mortals there. And then did you want him? I guess probably.
Yeah.
This
slam
way
him
he's
closer.
not on the objective.
Yeah, pull him off the objective.
Perfect. And then yeah, so he took 2 mortals there. All right, and then so for starting, we'll pile in with the rock guts and swing with them first. All right, so piling in with all the rock guts here and their extra attack. See if we can't do a big chunk of damage into the general. I'm going to give them the all-out attack, so hitting on 3s. Good. And then wounding on 2s. 4, 8, 12 at Ren 2.
I'll do all out defense on him.
Yep.
5.
So he stops 4, perfect average. So 8 going through at 3 damage each, so that's 24 damage.
Oh, and then wait, when he saves, doesn't he bounce those
Yeah,
back?
and he 6s, so we got 3 6s with
Yep.
it. So it'll be 3 possible mortals. Stop 1, so another 2 damage going into them. So there's 4 damage on the unit. And then they heal D3, so 3 damage there.
How much did I'm taking?
24, so he's got 28 damage,
Okay.
so he's got 12 left.
Okay.
But that's it for the Rock Guts, so...
General will definitely go. Who didn't
Yeah.
so he
the
hasn't.
boss is still there. He is -1 to hit. So
Unfortunately, we gotta
5s.
try. We got to
Yeah.
try. Well, no. Yeah.
Yeah, he is bracketed, so just 4 flail attacks.
2.
2, nice. And moves on 2s. Go through. So with the Light of the Bad Moon, we're up to 5 up. Nope, both go through. So that's 8 damage. Yep, got 4 wounds left.
Okay, so stops. Oh, both miss. And 1 death grip. Miss.
Miss.
Ah, come on, General.
He is close enough now with these guys, he can do the terrain smash. So you
Oh.
could do another D3 damage to him.
Okay.
So it'll be 2 more onto him, so he's got 10 damage on him. So he is hurt. But then, so we'll go over here. So we'll go with, I guess, the boss first. So no extra attacks because the rampage was used over here. So hitting on 4s. And wounding on 2s. So 2 at Ren 2, so he's got 6 up. Nice,
One
that's 1.
And
So
bounce back at you.
D6, so 5 damage into him so far.
Ooh.
And then he will heal that back.
And he might as well smack into the
Yeah, to the one that still has a
Does he
chance to
still
swing.
keep the
Yep.
6 flails? Or is
Yeah,
it?
he's not bracketed.
Okay.
You got to take 15.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So,
On 4s. Oh, this one you could all out attack,
Oh,
right?
yeah, might
that's
as well
fine.
all
Yeah,
out
I figured
attack.
you would because
Yeah.
you definitely want to bring this guy down.
so the 3s then?
Yep, and then 2s. So 3 at
Yep.
Ren 2. So he's got a 5 up. He stops 2, so 4 damage so far.
And 2 stomps on 3s. Both through. And
2s.
Yep.
So 2 at Ren 2, so again 5s. Both through. These are D3s. He gets 6. 5 damage. So he's got 1 left, and
Come on,
it's up to the death grip
It's been failing
on a
lately.
2+.
Goes
And wounds
through.
on a 2+. And it
Goes
is the
through.
extra Ren because he is a monster, so this is Ren 3, so only have a 6 up. Goes through, and you only need 1 damage. I'm pretty sure, right? He's only 10. Yeah, so either way, you got him.
Perfect.
So he is not even going to get a chance to swing into him, so that's all the damage he's going to end up taking, which is nice. Then back to on the general. So we did 3, 4, 4, so he's got 12 wounds left. Let's see if the boss here can finish him. So on 4s, that's 4 hits. And 2s. Ooh, 2 wounds at Ren 2. So he still has all out, so it is on 5.
Oh,
so he
one
stops
saved.
1. For D6, 6 damage. Got 6 left. It's up to this Rock Gut here,
We'll just put that there just so I...
who has 2 attacks, and he could do it if they both land home. Both hit. Both wound. Ren 2. He's got to make one of these. He makes one. There, he's got 3 wounds remaining. Thankfully from that heroic trait, because he's got 37 damage on him currently. But he is still standing, and he is worth 10, but thankfully we just have enough. We will take the objective here. So with our battle tactic and scoring 5 and 1, we will max out at 6 for objectives, so that will be 10 points for GLOOMSPITE. So it'll be 22 to 17 as we go into Sun's turn 3 hero phase. All right, so turn 3 battle tactic for Torin. What are you going for, Torin?
Do not waver.
It's going to be do not waver, so the general has to pull off the ultimate defense. We were talking and debating, him and Han is probably the only one that he can really get here. The other ones he might have possibly have a chance later, so he doesn't want to just throw them away for possibly the turn 4 and 5. But with that, that's it for your hero phase.
Yep.
Don't think, we don't need to magically intervene because we still have the -1 buff to hit on everybody around him until our next turn. So with that, we'll get into Sun's turn 3 movement phase. Alright, so Torin just staying locked in combat, so we can go right through the movement phase, and then I'm not going to do any covering fire or anything, so we will go right into past the shooting phase, past the charge phase, and get right into combat. So starting off with some rampages, what does the general want to do?
Might as well roar into them.
So he's going to roll and roar the rock guts, so no command abilities for them. And then for here, he again can just
Slam 'em. Yep.
Try and pick him up and slam him, which he does for 1 mortal wound.
And just leave him there. There's no need to move
no
him.
need to put him back on the objective. So with that, I'm assuming general going first.
Yep.
And where is he going to be swinging?
This will be, so that's a full guy. We might as well try to go into,
Are we trying the pulverizing strike?
Yeah, let's give it a shot. Why
So it is just a 1 dice on a 4+.
Yeah.
To get us past the -1 to hit here.
No.
It does not get it, unfortunately. But then still gets the kicks and the death grip. So hitting on 5s with the 2 kicks.
Yep.
Gets 1 hit. Wounds on a 2. Wounds. He's up to 5 up save. Nope, goes through for D3.
for 3.
For 2. Which will go on him.
And the grip. Hits.
It's wounds is Ren 3 because he is a monster. So 6 up. Gets through for D6 damage. 4. Nice. So 6 damage on him. And as you guys may be wondering, saying, wait, what about the damage? Because of his heal after he fought, and then heal at the start of the turn, he was back to full health again. Because he has that amazing D6 health regeneration. So with that, the general is gone. So we'll see here if Buddy can do any damage before he is taken out here. Oh, I guess first our rampage was for over there, which went off. So benefiting the rock guts over there. 5 attacks here, hitting on 4s. It's 2 hits. And wounding on 2s. So 2 wounds at Ren 2.
Both through.
Going through for 8 damage. So he's still not bracketed, so he will get his full swing here, but he is up to 13 damage on him.
Alright, everything right back at him.
Got it. 6 attacks.
2 wounds.
That's 2s, so 5s. Both through, so that's 8 damage. He's got 3 left.
Stomps.
1 hits. Wounds. 5 up. Goes through for D3.
For 1.
1. 2 left.
And the grip. Misses.
Oh.
Come on.
I guess, I think he's just outside for 3 inch, so he's not going to be able to smash that terrain to hurt him more. But I forgot, you could have done the smash terrain here. Excuse me. To the Trog boss there. So he's got another 2 on him. 8 again.
He'll just heal it all.
He might. He's annoying like that.
He seems to be really good at getting those wounds back.
Alright, so we'll let the boss go for the heal as well. So we're hitting on 3s, we will use our all out that we can't use on rock guts, unfortunately. And on 2s, so 3 at Ren 2. See these 6s?
Unfortunately not.
So he only has 3 damage, but that is 7 damage to finish him off. And see, he could land 2.
Yeah, that's cocked.
3, so he will decide, so he can land kind of and nail both of these 2 units.
Yeah.
So it'll be D3 damage into both, so into the boss.
Keep getting
For 3 and 3. So unfortunately, he got him down to 1 wound remaining.
Gonna get
and then he's going to get D6 back. Oh my goodness, that's twice he's done that.
I told you.
So he's got 5 wounds on him, and then he'll heal at the start of my next
too
turn.
good.
Or Torin's.
Too good.
But he has fallen. And then 3 onto the rock guts. They stop 1 and they take 2. So let's borrow that dice. Perfect there. All right, so that's going to be it for Sun's turn 3. Unfortunately, it was a big gambit.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, it did not happen to get the battle tactic, and it would give up that objective still. But Torin has the far objective here for 2 points, so that'll bring him to 18. So it is 22-18 after turn 3 as we go to priority.
Oh, that one just sprung right in my hands.
4. So I went at the start, so I went priorities. So we'll get into Gloomspite, turn 4, hero phase. Alright, so turn 4 for Gloomspites. We're going to be going for Slavey Entourage. So this is the member of the General's Regiment here. I think we've never really had the interactions. I did have my guys with the bodyguard thing, but finished off Torin's General before we had a chance to go for that battle tactic. So I guess it will have to be on him. He's only taken 13 damage, but I think if we get Trug and maybe the vomit off, we should be able to hopefully finish him off. Alright, so with that, we'll see Trug's effect. He's going with a 5 or a 4. I think he's going to go, doesn't really matter. None of these are really going to help. So the -1 to shooting, I guess, is fine. For casting, we'll just see if we can teleport the Rock Guts. It will go off for a 9. So they're just going to plop 9 inches behind him over here. And then we did all of our heals again. I got 6 back here again on both Rock Gut bosses. Torin's kind of sick of seeing me heal 6 on D6 for those guys. But it has been pretty hot for their regen. And I see why people are not the biggest fans of all that regen. But with that, we'll go to Gloomspite, turn 4, movement phase. Alright, end of the movement phase. Our Trog boss coming around, staying locked up, and then everybody ready to come pounce on the last mega here. Going to start it off with our vomits, see how many shots they get. They're going to get 4 shots, hitting on 2s, and wounded on 3s. So 3 at Ren 2.
Oh, defensive?
Yep.
That's...
So all going.
Yeah.
So 3 damage, but big thing being is he's got the negative effect now. So he loses that all-out defense against this next round of shooting. I believe. I don't know. That might not be excused. Because it would come after you've already applied it. So 2 hits, wounds on 2s, 1 wound, Ren 2. So say it's fine, yeah. Until we know.
Oh, completely up to you.
Yeah. So that's going to be it for shooting. So it's time for everybody to come charging in. Let's start. Trug's been itching to get in there. There he is. Makes it in. The Fellwaters, I'll make it in. And then the Rock Guts looking for a 9. And they are going to make it in as well. So we'll have all the trolls surrounding them and see where the rampages begin.
How many wounds does he have left?
He's got 5 on him, so he's got 7 left. So for Rampage, we'll start with Trog Boss on a 3+. Does not go off this time, so no extra attacks for the Troggoths. And where does he probably want to give out a roar? Probably against Rock Guts, so no all-out attack. Ooh, that's... Alright, so no command abilities for these guys this combat. So with not the extra, I guess... let's just go, I guess with the Rock Guts, just because most attacks out of it. Yeah, so we'll see what damage they can do and pile them in here. Alright, so all of them within range here. We got 12 attacks hitting on 4s. And wounding on 2s. So that is 5, and it's going to go straight through because of the vomit with the extra Ren and not being able to all out. So that is just going to be 15 damage into our Mega there. So he's got 7 wounds remaining. Where is he going to dish out the damage?
Might as well try there with a devastating strike. Is that what you can?
Yeah, you want the
big,
pulverizing strike.
yeah,
Try
big.
and just conk Trug.
No.
Oh,
Come on, I need one of those. Just one.
I guess the rest go here. Try and finish the Trog boss.
Sorry, 2 for the stomp.
2 hits.
Uh,
Yeah, you might as well all out because you can't all out defense. So
Yep.
2 at Ren 2. Forgot to mention too, the moon did move to the far corner, so nobody has the light of the bad moon anymore. So on 6 up save, so we'll stop 1. take D3.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
I'm getting
I'm
good
in
at
the rock
landing on
piles.
those rocks.
There we
so
go, 3
6.
damage. And then the Death Grip
No.
hits. Yeah, because you use it all out.
Oh.
Yeah, no reason not to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's.
Or
very
no,
true.
is it on
No, it's
4?
it's still a 4+. That's
Oh,
what I
okay,
was
yeah,
gonna
sorry.
say. It should have been
Yep,
3s.
nope,
Yeah.
you're right. So just the other 3 damage onto him.
Wasn't
Got
sure
8
if there
on
was an
him.
update.
All right. And we'll see if Trug can finish him.
You did well.
I'll give all-out attack to Trug, so he'll hit on 2s here. And wound on 2s. So 4 wounds at Ren 2 going straight through for 16 damage, and that will finish off the Mega.
Let's see if
Can
I
you
can
get
kill
some-
someone as he falls. No.
On 1, 2.
Ah.
He'd have to fall over here, so we would make him hit this guy, but he still can't finish him because it's only D3
Yeah.
damage.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
But unfortunately, that'll be the last Mega fall here. And we get our battle tactic for another 10. But that's going to be it for today's battle report. Wow, yeah, as people have said, I haven't played my trolls yet this edition. Thought we'd kind of match the destruction, some damage, and some tough high wounds for the megas. But yeah, the rock guts, just like everybody says, are quite strong with 3 damage weapons. The high, decent save, 5 wounds, and a 5-up ward is just really awesome. All of them even getting a shooting attack now is even more beneficial. They're not straight mortals like previously, but still really, really strong for rock guts. But yeah, I didn't get a chance to really Trug other than finishing off in there. But was happy to keep him alive and not have him just kind of get targeted and taken out here. But finally able to smash down my own, hard to do it, to attack my own Mega Gargants. It was really fun to have Torn on the channel to try out a new army because he's been itching to try out Megas just to see that more simple list, right? I think that's a great appeal to a lot of people. 4 Sons of Behemoth is just like Imperial Knights and 40k is just the minimum model count. Can be just so nice when it comes to battles, and especially at like tournaments and events and things. After a long day of moving around many models, it can get quite taxing. But hope you guys really enjoyed today's battle report. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to stay up to date on all things Gaming Guts. And until next time,
Take care.